Hi everyone, um, welcome to this class. So we'll be doing uh, a full analysis of these stats, XAUSD, and we're looking at some currency pairs as well, right? But starting with XAUSD, what's the projection? What's our projection for this week for XAUSD? What's our projection for this week for XAUSD, right? So we're doing a full chart breakdown from beginning to the end, and we'll do more of multi-time frame analysis, which means analyzing from the higher time frame and coming as far as the lower time frame into what? Into drawing up what we actually want. Okay, so all right. So sorry about that. Okay, so we're doing a full chart breakdown from beginning to the end, and we're looking at these currency pairs, what we're expecting for this week, and where the trend is heading, right? Gold is gold remains very volatile, and we should be very cautious when we're trading gold currently because gold is very volatile right now. And early little movements can make you thousands of dollars. It can make a lot of money, and it can make you lose thousands of dollars as well, right? That's how volatile it is. So you always want to be right. And, trading is a game of probability, right? So we always try to do what's the first rule in trading? Capital protection. We always have to look for what to do to protect our capital first, right? Before chasing profit, we always have to do protect our capital, right? So let's break down this chart and look into what we're expecting for the week. Let's look into what we're expecting for this week, right? For XAUSD. So I'm right here on the daily time frame as a day trader. I used to do more of most that time frame analysis and pure price action, right? Looking into the market and understanding the trend of the market and being able to go in line with the trend of the market, right? That's the goal, right? Okay, so let's get started. Accordingly on the daily time frame, what are we trying to basically identify on the daily time frame? What are we basically trying to identify on daily time frame? I'll use more of my parts to do the analysis today. So we make sure that we're actually on trend, we're actually in line, right? So there was this major resistance level that market created sometimes ago. And the point of creating this resistance level, market found it very hard to do what to break above it. But what happened at the end of the day, market broke above that level, right? Okay, so let me delete that again. Let's go after. So where is my previous resistance? Yeah, market broke it, right? So we had this current trend, market was buying, got to this level, couldn't break higher, sold, created this lower high, created this new lower low, right? It's corrected back to this level. Instead of creating a new lower low, it's created a what? An higher low. And now it's creating an higher high that is higher than the last one. So automatically, this is giving us an edge that what? The market is trying to shift the structure, but we need to be able to, we need to stay, we need to, we need to understand what the market is doing properly, right? To jump in. We can't just decide like that and just say, okay, correction, then look for opportunity to start buying. No, right? That's good to say, but what we actually want to understand this better. So I'm running on the 4 hours time frame, which is also the next higher time frame, to do what? To basically mark out our major levels, right? That's what we do on the higher time frame. We try to mark out our major levels. We try to mark out our major levels. And what are the major levels we try to mark out? Our resistance, our significant resistance and support level. Now together now, we try to mark out our significant resistance and support levels. Uh, we don't need eyeglasses to know that these are resistance level, right? Once again, we don't need to be told this is resistance level that is becoming a support for this zone. Are we together? That is becoming a support for this level. Am I right now? So that became a support for this level. Now let's count all the resistance and support levels that we have in this current market structure. In this current market print, what are the current resistance levels that we have? Mhm. What are the current resistance levels that we have? Just like this one that you see that marked up right here. Which other ones do we have? We also have this new high the market printed this week. The market printed this week, right? This new high the market printed this week. And at the point of printing this high, that high is not just there, right? They are still all of these levels, they have a very strong meaning because this is where institutional traders exit their positions from. And that's why I always repeat that it's interesting how you see markets touch a particular zone and you see markets start moving aggressively in a particular direction. Why is that basically? It's because there are a lot of pending orders at those levels. There are a lot of pending orders at those zones. And that's why you can see market just tap into some particular zone and start reacting immediately. Just like this resistance level that we have right here as well. Markets held that zone strong, if you notice. And this is one of the main reasons why market support and resistance level are very, very important. Don't let nobody bamboozle you with any word. Support and resistance is not important, this and that. They are just kidding. They use it in secret too, right? So there was a minor resistance here. Market made some correction. Market created a new resistance and did what? And made correction back to this level and now broke it to the top side, right? And did what? And corrected back to this level. And immediately it entered this level and played a bit. What happened? What's happening right here? It started buying again. Now we also have another resistance level that the market has printed before in the past. If you agree with me that this is also a resistance level, right? The market has printed in the past. This is also a resistance level the market had was the market had printed in the past. Do you agree with me? So market broke above both levels. So now it's like this. Market created a new resistance level that was holding strong, right? And immediately the buyers got into this level. They couldn't even break above it. You can see the sellers printing 2 4 hours candlestick. That means for good 8 hours, the sellers were still trying to do what? To push price lower, but they couldn't. And within 4 hours, the buyers were able to print a candlestick that engulfed both previous candlesticks. And immediately he did that. What happened? There was a bit of correction and what market but breaking above this last resistance level and also this last resistance level as well. You can see coming as far as this. Now market made its way back to this level and is what? And it's trying to continue being bullish. Are we together on the same page now? But what do we need to pay attention to in this market condition? What do we need to pay attention to in this market condition? Before we start targeting all these kind of zones, don't forget there are zones here. There are some zones here. If you agree with me that there are some zones resting here. Are we together now? There are some zones resting here. There are some zones resting in this level, right? There are some zones resting in this level, right? That are still expecting market to come through later in the future. But what are we basically doing right now? What are we doing? What's our expectation for gold? What's our expectation? Let's just mark this out this way. So add the resistance level right here. And if the market has broken out, let's leave this out. One resistance level right here. This is the last high the market had printed, right? This is the last high the market printed, right? Now we can easily go down to the lower time frame, right? We can easily go down to where? To the lower time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame. This 2 hours is just here to it just plays here. I only use this to do what to know my charts. Nothing. I don't do analysis on 2 hours time frame. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and see what's actually happening. So as you can see, we can clearly see that what? We can clearly see that oh, the buyers are actually getting in control. They're actually trying to take control of this market. And why is that? Why is that? See what happened right here. Daily market came to this zone. He didn't play around. Market didn't play around. Immediately tapped into that zone at all. Market didn't play around. Immediately it goes into that zone at all. As you can see right here, it's very, very clear on the 1 hour time frame. And that's one of the reasons why doing analysis on the 1 hour time frame is, is, is a necessity, right? It's always very interesting doing analysis of the 1 hour time frame. So what we basically have business with right now are these major zones right here. So you can see what happened right here. Market had this resistance level, just like I've explained, right? This one and this one, right? The buyers took control. They were able to break above it. Now they came back here to retest this level. And what are they doing? They created a W pattern right here. Now market is acting like it has tested the W pattern. So it's very, very possible for us to see at markets open that what market might spike to the top side and come back as much as coming back to this last high that is created this week. I don't know if I want the same page to this high that is created this week, which is this, right? It's very, very possible for us to see markets coming back to this level this week. Now, what's our projection? What are we expecting the market to do? Right? Now, basically understand that anything that makes the market come down. Now let's try establishing some rules from this analysis. Anything that makes the markets come below this zone again, we should automatically start looking for sales. Anything below this zone, anything below this horizontal line right here, we start doing what? Looking for opportunity to sell. You start looking for opportunity to what? To sell. But anything above this high, let me show you that. Now notice something right here as well. Markets created a mini high right here, which is a good level to start buying from. Once you have a break above this high, you can start looking for what? Potential opportunity to buy, targeting this last high the market created. Targeting this last high the market created right here. Why? Because these ones are not just there. They're not just there. They're not just there to make the charts look handsome or something. They have meaning, right? They have meaning. They hold significance. Okay, let me return that. Let's go down to the 30-minute time frame. Let's show you something. I'm just trying to zoom in this current market level. Can you see? So these zones actually do have meaning. Anything that makes markets break above this level, we can start looking for what? Opportunity to buy. And why is that? We saw a significant break above the resistance level, right? We saw a significant break above a particular level. And we saw price coming as far as coming back to retest this level, created a very strong support level right here. I know anything below is support, it automatically becomes what? Sales automatically becomes sales because support is regarded as the floor. And anything below the floor is no longer a part of the building. It's no longer something you want to invest in, something you want to start dumping, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? You start to take something underneath the ground. I hope that makes sense. So basically, for me, get on the buy on this trade. I'm waiting for markets to do whatever play it wants to play around here. Once it's giving me a buy structure, breaking above this level, I'm doing what? I'm getting on buy from here. I'm getting on buy. And why am I getting in on that buy? Because market's obviously going to act like it wants to start selling once it get back to this level because there's a mini resistance level right here. And we saw it on the 1 hour time frame as well. Market's going to act like it wants to sell. Sellers are going to try to push price down, but we can see that there's a strong support here. And like I said, anything that okay, this level right here can be regarded as if you trade pattern, you understand this level very well. That this can be regarded as what? Neckline of the W pattern, right? Exactly. This can be regarded as the neckline of the W pattern. Market is testing the neckline and now it's going to start buying, right? But you can watch out for whatever reaction you get from here. Market might come back here and start to act like it wants to still continue selling. But what do we do? What am I expected to do? Take calm, let it print whatever it wants to print. Or anything that makes us get a break above this resistance level that I marked out right here, we can do what? We can start getting in on buy. You can see some very good buy opportunities from here, right? What will make us get on sales in this market condition, right? I love to look at both sides of the coin. But we can see right here that market is obviously changing its structure from being bearish to being bullish. Why? Because the law for being bullish, a bullish, a bullish law says market has to continue printing series of higher highs and what? And higher lows, right? And market has been doing that. And I've shown you that that was the first thing I did going to the 4 hours time frame. I saw you the highs and the lows that market created. And we've been able to establish that what market has started breaking above some resistance levels, right? You can't say something is going down and it's breaking above the ceiling. So automatically breaking above those ceilings, which we regard as the resistance level, means that what market is showing potential to start buying, to keep going up. And anytime it comes down, it is basically trying to do what? It's basically trying to do what? Get enough momentum to be able to push far again. You see where rockets launch before. You watch a video of the rockets, of them launching the rockets. You have a clear understanding of what I'm basically talking about. So anything that goes up and comes down is basically coming down to the what? To gain enough momentum to keep going up. And anything that makes it come down below its starting point, then what happens? Probably it's going to keep going down or still trying to gain enough power, trying to just deceive people and whatever. So do you understand what I'm saying? So for me personally, the only reason that will make me look for buy is if I see something which I have drawn up on my chart right here. And another thing is sometimes it's possible for market to bring something like this, come above here, then come back to start building again and start buying. Whichever way, that's one of the reasons why what? Patience is the virtue in trading. Very, very big virtue in trading. I will have to always be what? We have to always be very, very patient when we are trading. We have to always be very, very patient when we are what? When we are trading. We have to always be very, very patient when we are trading. Right? Okay, so let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. So this is my basic analysis on XAUSD. My expectation on XAUSD. Right? Now, if you're asking, how can we know if this market will start selling or what can make this market start selling? Now, listen attentively. We have this major support level right here. Let me remove this now. Okay, let me bring this down here. This is the support level now, right? And the only reason that will make this opportunity to sell in this market condition is if I get a break below the support. Possibly I get something like this. Market comes from here and do what? Market comes from here. Okay. Hey, let's say market comes from here and break below this level and breaks below this level. It's basically just going to come back to reverse, correct, and do what? Gain enough momentum to start what? To start selling again. But anything that does not make the market come below this support level right here, this support level I have highlighted right here, anything that does not make the market, anything that makes the market come below this level, then it's possible for it to start doing what? To start shifting its buyers into selling again. Probably there's more seller in the market than buyers, or probably uh due to the war going on between US and Iran, we've seen a lot of uh movement in the charts that looks quite unpredictable, right? But we need to stay glued to our edge. We need to stay glued to our edge and only follow our edge, only trade what we understand always at every instance, only trade what we understand. And as well, we are open to do what? We're open to what? To learning more. Always, always, always. Right? So do you understand this good analysis now? I hope you actually understand this good analysis. Hence, that makes the market break back above this level. The chances are very, very high that one it might come as far as what as this resistance level right here, right? And funny enough, this is about 1,000 profit and about 350 SL, which gold SL currently is a lot, right? Gold SL currently is a lot. The same way it can give you a lot of money, it can also make you lose a whole lot if you are not careful. So that's why we always have to trade what we always have to treat with caution, right? We always have to treat with caution and be very, very vigilant in every one of our execution, right? In every one of our execution. So that's basically all for XAUSD. That's all for XAUSD. Let's look into another pair and see what we have. Uh, let's look into another pair. Let's look into another pair. Okay. So I have some analysis drawn up for. Okay, I had this buy opportunity on GJ, which was on Thursday. I had this buy analysis on GJ, which was on Thursday, but I want us to trade a clear chart, right? I want us to analyze a clear chart and see what's actually GBP JPY. What's going on GBP JPY? And funny enough, BTC as well. I mean, there's some pretty analysis on BTC and it has been going quite well, right? But I'm trying to basically work out some things, right? Basically trying as much as possible to work out some things for us. Because I want us to trade. I want us to execute with confidence, right? I want us to always execute with confidence. And executing with confidence starts from patience field analysis and waiting for our confluences to align before executing, right? Before execution, right? Okay, so let's get started. So for GJ on the weekly time frame, we have this major resistance level. What is major resistance level? Can you see what's happening here on GJ? Can you see what's happening here on GBPJPY? Market has a resistance level. And funny enough, it's corrected, right? What did it do? It broke above that resistance level. When did it break above that resistance level? December last year. And it came back to retest this resistance level 2 months ago, right? And what? It has been buying since then. Okay. That was giving us a very, very clear idea into what the market is doing. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Okay, let me mark out that weekly support. Let me mark out that weekly support. I'm basically trying to do something. I'm basically trying to just basically trying to get something straight, right? I want us to execute. I want us to execute properly. I don't want. I really want us to trade. I really want us to trade with high win rates now, like we've always done, right? I want us to increase the chances very well now, and I want us to get a lot of things straight. So we have this major support right here. And what clue is this giving us? Anything below this support, just forget about it. Anything below this support right here, anything below this support sells, right? Anything that makes GJ comes below this support, you start looking for opportunity to sell, right? I hope you get that concept now. Let me just put sales zone, sales zone. Anything below this support, I'm basically going to be looking for what opportunity to start selling, right? And let me reduce this more. Okay. So what else can we see? We have let me use my part. I love to use part when explaining so that because if I'm doing my analysis, honestly, I can easily just use eyes to spot and break some things down, use some tools. But when I'm explaining, I love to use part so you actually get the exact place I'm talking about. So market came here, gave this reaction, right? Formed like a W pattern, retested that level, and it was on boards, came this far, created equal high. It's coming as far as the next line of W pattern as well. I don't know what else is going to do from there, right? But what are we basically expecting? What are we basically expecting? Altogether, what are we basically expecting to see? What are we expecting to see, right? And what will give us the idea of what we should do, right? What will give us the idea of what we should actually start doing, right? Let's look into it together. Let's look into it together. What will give us the idea of what we should start doing? We're on the daily time frame, right? And I want us to actually mark out some major levels. I want us to mark out some major levels to work with. Never analysis, right? I want us to work out the analysis we're going to do. Okay. So right here on the daily time frame, we have this support. We have this support as well. Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame, right? Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame. Let's not be bothered about this, right? Let's not be bothered about this. Let's just keep this way and try to avoid that chart, right? Exactly. So I want us to deal with what we have in front of us right here. I want us to deal with what we have in front of us right here. And what can we basically see? So on the weekly time frame, we're able to establish that what DJ is bullish, right? DJ is strongly bullish. And on the 4 hours time frame, what else can we see on the 4 hours time frame? I want us to get something straight. On 4 hours time frame as well, DJ has been bullish, breaking above this significant highs, right? It broke above these highs, it broke above these highs, it created equal high right here, and now it's broke above it broke below this low. But let's deal with the current. It's trying to act like it's being bearish currently, right? I want us to trade. I want us to break this down properly, and I'm looking for a better way to explain this to you guys. Right? I'm looking for a better way to explain this to you guys. So on the 4 hours time frame, we have some major zones as well. On the 4 hours time frame, we have this support level. We have this support level, and this support level as well. We shouldn't get any break below this support. We shouldn't get any break below where below that support level. On this resistance level as well, right here. Right? We have this support and we have this resistance level as well. We used to have this one as a support, but what happened is becoming irrelevant now. That one is becoming so irrelevant right now because markets. What happened right here? Okay, let's see something. Let's see something quickly. Let's see something quickly, guys. So we had this support, right? Market did this, came here, retested this, right, and sold. Was supposed to retest this again, but instead it broke above it a bit. So this little break above this level is giving what? It's simply giving a buying indication, it's giving buy signs that what the buyers are getting into this market. Now, but what's happening? Market created a new higher low. So supposed to create a new lower low. But what happened? Market created a new higher low right here. Because this low right here is higher than this last one that is created right here. And what happened? Market corrected a bit and it's still doing the same thing here. Are you with me now? So the only reason that will make us get on sales on this trade, the only reason that will make us get on sales on this trade is if we get a break. Now let's keep this straight. Any break back above this level, any break back above this level is what? Signaling buying opportunities, right? Any break back above this level is signaling buying opportunities. And due to these higher lows, higher low, higher low, higher low, the market is created here, and this buying indication that it's created by breaking above this level and breaking above this zone as well is what is simply giving buying signs, and these higher lows as well are giving buying signs that what the buyers are in this market. But the only reason that will make us enter into this market is why is if we get this candlestick, if we get to see some engulfing candlestick, engulfing this candlestick. Let's check the one more, right? Good, very good, very good, very, very good, very, very good. So now I'm looking forward to removing this, right? I want this chart to look very simple. Okay, very good. So the only reason now we might start to do opposite, and you can see that here, see something happening here. Okay, okay, okay. Market is following the new pattern very well. You see, tested this, tested this, and now it's coming back to the test again. But the only thing that will make us to get on the buy is what? Is if market stays above this zone. If market stays above this level, then we are what? Then we are good for the buys, right? We are good for the buys, right? But let's check the lower time frame. Let's check the 30-minute time frame. We can see a zone to get on the buy from. But sincerely speaking, this trade it will be very much more better to be patient with it, right? To be patient with it. And even right now, it seems good for buy, right? As long as market doesn't come below this zone, as long as market doesn't come below this zone, right? One could easily get a buy from here, right? And keep stop loss below this zone, keep stop loss below this zone, and do what? Target this zone first, right? This is giving about 1 to 2 reach to the word, right? And start targeting way higher because at the end of the day, the chances are very high that what market will create a new buy. It will create a new buy zone. It will create a new buy zone. You understand what I'm talking about? But let's go down to the 30 minutes and see if we can actually get a resistance level to start looking for a buy from. I can see where market is actually rejecting massively from that level. But sincerely speaking, since we couldn't get the entry from here or get it from here, with this current print, sincerely speaking, is unless you want to take the risks, to enter the buy after the close of this candle, but markets open, it's possible for the buy to just spike above. But if you don't want to take the risk and you want to be very, very conservative, it's better to do what? Wait for a new buying indication, for market to a new buying sign, for the market to break above this. Wait for a new break above this resistance level. Wait for some correction that can come to either this inner resistance level, right? And do what? And enter the buy. That's what I can see right here. But what will make us enter sell on this trade as well? If you ask me, what will make us enter sell on this trade? Now, this is a strong support level that we got from the weekly time frame, right? And anything that makes market break below this level, we're going to be having some massive sales. And this support this level as well. Anything below this zone, right here, anything below this zone, let me mark this out. Anything below this zone right here is going to be what? It's going to also be massive sales, right? You understand what I'm talking about now? So let's just watch out. But sincerely speaking, to get on the sell, to get on a flawless sell, we need to get a break below this level. Why? Because obviously market is no longer giving us new lower lows, right? Market is no longer giving us new lower lows, and it's giving us some buying signs by breaking above the last resistance level that it has created. And when market is breaking above the last resistance level it has created, that's automatically giving us signs that what the buyers are, the bulls are trying to get more into this market and take control, right? You understand what I'm talking about? So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. For DJ, it's very, very necessary to just wait for a new buying indication, a new buying sign, get on it better, right? And for gold as well, I've made it very, very clear. I'll break this down very well. You can actually go back and watch this. But I think I've tried my best in explaining this. Anything below this level as well is strong sales. Anything below this zone as well can be giving signs of strong sales as well. And the potentials are very high that what gold might come to this high that it created last week and even break above it. That'll be all for today, guys. If you watch this video to this end, if you get any value, please endeavor to like, subscribe, share this video with your loved ones, and I'll see you next week, Sunday. And if there's any news as well, I'll be coming live. We're active this April. Sincerely, I'm logged in this April. I've never taken a break of the chart when I've been trading. I've never taken some breakouts, like never checking the chart, never. I've always checked the chart even when I've not been active with you guys. So I want us to stay logged in together this April. Let's make big figures. Let's keep refining our strategy. The odd will come in our favor. That's just it. That's just it. Let's just keep turning up daily, 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 daily. The goal is to keep turning up, and God will help us. Peace and love. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Bye.